Sounds about to start. Hello, and welcome to a special edition of the New Watchers on the Wall. Just finished watching episode 10. I had no intentions of getting on here doing a live, but damn, I got my friend Derek with me. Derek, say what's up to the people.
Hey, what's up, people?
Man, Derek is being such a trooper because we were just talking about it. I said, Derek, just hop on here with me for a hot second because we got to talk some shit about this episode. He's like, I got you, man. He ain't even got his camera on today, but he's joining me. And guess who else is joining me? I got my man Jasper with us. He's in the house. But my God, family, tell me what y'all thought about this episode. About to pin a couple of comments up here. Victoria said, "Baby, that finale was fire." God damn. They gave it to us, Derek. They gave it to us. Crystal said, "OMG, perfect timing. I just finished it." So we going live in the house. Derek, what got you in this episode, bro? What got you?
Man, there were so many plot twists in this. I just didn't know what to make of it. There was just so much going on. And with the baby, with Smiley coming back, uh, Boyd going gangster, and then Sarah taking it to the next level on Elgin. Man, it was a lot. I gotta watch again just to
Yeah,
even just
I'm
put all
with
this
you.
in perspective.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% because, like I said, I had no intentions of doing this live, but there was a lot of stuff that stood out to me. First of all, I'm gonna start with Sarah because if you've been following our channel, you know we said it. We said it weeks ago that Sarah, in some way, form, or fashion, was gonna freaking sacrifice herself, and damn it, did she do it? We had said that she was probably gonna do something to try to redeem herself, and I love what she said to Boyd when she was talking to Elgin. She was like, "Look, Boyd is too good of a man. I cannot let Boyd compromise himself like this. So I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to do the things that I know Boyd can't do." And when I tell you, oh my goodness, did Sarah not get busy? Busy. And then, on top of that, Derek, that man in yellow, we finally saw him. And then what did he say, Derek? What did he say to Jim? Your wife should what?
He told him you should not have dug that hole.
Should not have dug that damn hole. So we found out who was the individual who was on that damn phone talking to them. And man, we have been wondering for so long were they going to answer that question about who that was. But I'm telling you this, Derek, we have been talking about it on the show. We said there was going to be a rift in the town. And if what occurred this episode doesn't create a rift, I don't know what will. Especially when Acosta came up and saw what she was happening. How do you think that what Boyd was doing is going to divide the town?
I think that Acosta is gonna, really put people in two different camps because she thinks that Boyd has really lost control of the town, and then also she's just relatively inexperienced person in law enforcement. And so she thinks that she has all the answers. She thinks that she's figuring out what's going on in the town, and she really doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah. And yeah, Lean said Costa's name is Danny. I thought hearing her first name would be some kind of clue. Guys, I need to put in the comments. What do y'all think? What was your moment in this episode where you was like, damn, that was crazy? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Derek, there's going to be a rift because Acosta didn't like what she saw, right? And just think about this for a moment. Here you have Sarah, who has already killed some people in the town. Boyd basically forced the entire town to take her back. He was like, we're going to take Sarah back because she's able to know things and bring things to the table, we may be able to get the hell out of this town. Now imagine when in season 4, when they start to talk to these people and they start to share that Boyd was up here torturing this boy, and then Sarah came in and partake in this. And then you got Ellis and you got Fatima. They're setting this up to where there's going to be a gigantic rift where there's going to be some people that are on Boyd's side and some people that are going to be on somebody else's side. And then they even compromised Donna because Acosta said, Donna, what the hell are you about to do? Are you okay with this? So now even Donna is going to be compromised. And I'm wondering, is Acosta going to be that one where some people are going to be following her? And even Kenny was looking like, bruh, what are we in here doing? That mess was
But
crazy.
if you look at Donna, one thing about her is she's ride or die
Uh-huh.
when it comes to Boyd. And you saw a look on her face when he said, "I'm going to the barn," and she was like, "Okay," because you got to understand the affinity that she has towards Fatima,
Mm-hmm.
and so she was completely okay with what Boyd was about to do.
Yeah. Yeah, she was okay with it. But the question is, when the other people in the town find out that not only did Boyd do what he did, but then you got Donna co-signing it, and then you got Sarah in the room, and then you might have compromised Kenny too, because Kenny is supposed to be the damn deputy. He's supposed to be the deputy, and Kenny was in there watching this go down. So now Officer Acosta probably is going to have the best moral standing in the town right now. Think about that.
Yeah, but think about this.
If you watching, leave
Did
a comment
Sarah,
below. Leave a comment below if you watching. Go ahead,
yeah,
Derek.
yeah, but did Sarah get the information out of him?
She did,
That's all I'm saying.
bruh. And did she get the information? I mean, I was not expecting that. I was not
I mean,
expecting
I
her
was
to.
tripping though because how she came in there, like when they came in, she said, Fatima's in the cellar."
Yeah, she was like, I got the info you needed. I got the info you needed.
Yeah,
And then Victoria says, Boyd tried to prevent others from being implicated, but not sharing too much, which I respect. Acosta needs to learn that nothing here is like the real world. I agree with you, Victoria. So are you saying what they did was okay? It makes me wonder, like, not only this, Boyd hiding about that they killed the monster, um the different Boyd hiding that Fatima killed someone. So now the question is, I guess that's going to be skipped over, and they're probably never going to bring that up again, that this happened. But think about that. Smiley reincarnated. And does that let us know that because Boyd killed a monster, that monster has to return? And because of the sacrifice that they made, because they have eternal life because of the sacrifices they did to the kids. And look who freaking returned. The other thing is making me question is this kimono lady, bro. What is her role? Who is she? Because I thought that the kimono lady was gonna steal the baby, make it hers, that she was gonna somehow be reincarnated because she got a younger body to put her spirit in. She went down there where the monsters were, got on her knees and bowed down, letting us know that those monsters down there have a higher status than she has. She put the thing down, then this thing just grows. And as it was growing, I said, I guarantee that's going to be damn Smiley. And he turned around and it was damn Smiley. And then Gold Glitter said, how did she give birth to Smiley? Crazy. I have no idea. That was, when I tell you, that was something, I don't want to say unexpected. Once I saw that she took the monsters down there, I was like, that's got to be Smiley because he's a fan favorite. But Jesus Christ, I mean, the other thing I was sitting here wondering, why did it take these guys so long to move that damn dresser out of the way to get to Fatima? Elgin be moving it out the way with the greatest of ease. And then here you have these three grown men acting like they can't move this thing out the way and hurry up and get to Fatima. Because I wanted so bad for them to barge in there while she was doing what she was doing. But to see her go down to that cellar, boy, oh boy, oh boy, and to go down there. God, and then
and
Jim.
think of what that root cellar is connected to,
That's a good
because then it
question.
takes you to where the monsters are.
That's that's a good question, man. And I think that this is one of those things that's going to push Boyd over the edge. And I think in season 4, we're going to see him try to kill some more monsters or trap some monsters. I honestly can see that. So, has this episode changed your mind on what the heck could be going on in this show? Hey guys, leave a comment below. We want to get your opinion. What are you thinking? I want to post your videos up. I mean, your comments up while we're talking. So, has this changed your perspective at all, Derek, on what this could possibly be on the show? What's going on?
Well, I think we got a little more insight because we found out about the children. We found out like why those children were being sacrificed, and then we find out that Matilda, not Matilda, what is her name? Bill's
Miranda?
wife, Miranda. No, not Miranda.
Who are you talking about?
Tabitha.
Yeah,
Tabitha.
Tabitha. Huh.
Yes, Tabitha and Jim were previously there as Christopher and Miranda,
Yeah,
and so how many more people are reincarnations?
exactly.
Are they just going to keep coming back?
Exactly.
Maybe that's what's going on with Fatima, and that's how they were able to impregnate her. Because remember, there was something always strange about Fatima. Fatima.
Yeah. Nah, she was always kind of an interesting character to me from day one. You know, I always felt like it was inappropriate to have Julie in there in the room with her. I always felt that way, dude. And it's just crazy. And then no, it was Jay, not Jim. So then we saw Jim get murdered, and we just did a pre-watch, and we were saying that Jim is on everybody's list to probably get killed this episode because he was on somewhat of a redemptive arc the last 2 or 3 episodes, apologizing, um, taking his wife's word about what was going on and things like that. And here he is, he gets killed by the man in yellow. Man. And then the man in yellow almost appeared like, I just finished watching it, got to watch it multiple times, but he almost seems like a daywalker, like almost like Blade. You know how Blade is a vampire, but he could be out in the daytime. He almost seems like he's like a monk because he had that monster strength, right? Derek, you
Yeah,
did.
and the same thing with the kimono woman. So what is she? What is she and the man in yellow?
That's when I really want to know what this kimono lady is, because she literally she literally seems like she's second in line, because when she went down there, she like kneeled over, got on all four, bent over, almost like acquiescing to the other monsters. Like, here's this thing. But like, maybe that's her job. Maybe that's her only job. That if a monster gets killed in the town, her job is to bring in that new monster. It kind of indoctrinate whoever she needs to, like a Elgin, or if there's another person similar to that. But then once again, Elgin talking about he recognized the place. Why does Elgin recognize this place? You know what I'm saying? And in the past, if this is some kind of reincarnation thing, in the past, has that happened before, right? And guys, leave a comment below. Has this episode changed your mind on what you think is happening in the show? Uh, and then somebody said, weren't his eyes black? And then Victoria says, I wonder if anything is above MIY because it has been the voices all along. Yeah, because this whole situation, man, is kind of making me wonder, is this some type of simulation, right? And I know that people talk about the Kui children and they talk about like Native American things, blood sacrifices, stuff like that. But the fact that you keep having these people coming back because they're not able to figure out how to get out or figure out how to fix something, it almost feels like a game. And are there some people that are in some type of rehabilitative facility in a vegetative state or whatever, criminals or whatever, and then they're being rehabilitated via this system, and they have to do certain things to fix it or get out of it? I don't know. Like that Shutter Island thing that we had talked about some time ago, where they literally had old boy in there thinking that he was a detective, but all along he was a patient in a mental health institution. And they went through this elaborate scheme to try to help break him and make him understand that no, you have a mental health problem. And when in fact, you know what I'm saying, he thought he was in the real world, as an FBI agent. So I'm really wondering what is going on. So in the comments, y'all, has this changed your perspective of what this show means to you or what you think this show is about? And then, we were kind of talking about a little bit about, and I was confused as to whether or not, and like I said, we just watched it, didn't get a chance to really deep dive it or anything like that. Did it sound to y'all like Tabitha had a baby with Jade, or was she talking about still having a baby with Jim? When she was talking about the daughter and being back, like I was a little bit confused about that, and I was like, and I'm, it was late, and I said in the morning I'm gonna have to pay more attention to that. But what were you guys' thoughts on that? What did it sound like she had the daughter with Jim, or did she have a daughter with Jade? And Leanne says the fan theory is that Komodo lady is a Japanese ubami. Explain a little bit more what that is, if you can, Leanne, what that means. I mean, this was absolutely, they gave it to us these last couple of episodes, like for sure. They weren't playing any they weren't playing any games with this one. Like they really, they did what they needed to do to make people want to hang around for season 4 and to wait 2 years, a year and a half to see, what's next. Like they really did it. They really did it big, man. And man, it just absolutely crazy. I can't believe it. I'm still in shock at what I was seeing here. When Jay was playing the musical instrument, Derek, what did you think was gonna come out the forest? Did you think it was gonna be the Kui children, or were you expecting something else?
I didn't think it was going to be the children. I thought it was going to be the monsters.
Yeah,
To be honest with you,
yeah.
but it's kind of interesting because what it later set up is that Tabitha realized that they're going to keep coming back and they're going to keep looping back into the Frumville
Mm-hmm.
because they weren't successful saving the children the last time.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Derek, check this out. A couple people are agreeing with this. Meg said, I think Jade is the baby daddy. And then Crystal says,
Yeah.
y'all aligned it on the guy in the yellow, and Tabitha definitely had a baby with Jade because they were only able to see the kid. They were the only ones able to see the
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Yeah.
So
Good
yeah,
point.
so they had, and what makes me wonder is, has Jim died multiple times in this thing, and that's how Tabitha ends up having a relationship with Jade. We called it several episodes ago where we said it seems like Jade and Tabitha have some sexual tension, something going on, because they just spend so much time together, especially when Jim was picking those fruits and vegetables, and then Jade, his family, his children come walking up. They look like a family, and they spent a lot of time together in that bar, and it really it's crazy, man. And then Victoria said it sounded like their past selves had a child during the first cycle. It wasn't Christopher and Miranda. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. But Tabitha said that she was Miranda and Jade was Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know what to make of this.
Yeah, and then House of
I just like to see the comments, see
yeah,
what people think about that.
yeah, House of Cece said she had a baby with Jade, and each time they came back, they made a new daughter. So yeah, I mean, cause it's there, man. From Reddit, folklore says that this is Leanne. The Japanese women who died in childbirth will become ubame. These were wandering spirits who were wearing bloodstained white kimonos. Okay, so her job is, I guess, to help facilitate that process. Um, Whenever the town loses a monster, you know. So it brings me back. Do y'all think in season 4 we're gonna see Boyd trying to use that bile again? Leave it in the comment section. Will we see Boyd trying to use that bile? Will we see Boyd trying to kill another monster? What do you think? What do you guys
I
think in
have
the comment
no
section?
idea.
You said you said you have no idea. Yeah, I mean, it's, man, this was such a good episode, man. This was such a good episode. And I know, Derek, I know you said you can't stay on too long, man. So if you got to get off, you got to get off. Just let me know, because I know that this was some last minute stuff. We both were just like, oh no, we gotta get on here and maybe say something to the people. Because this episode was all of that in a bag of chips. Like they really came through, and I'm happy they did, man, because um definitely wanted it to end on a positive note.
Yeah, but you could even go back to season one when Tabitha and Jim they were taking that trip,
Mm-hmm.
but they were really drifting apart. They really were just kind of in it for the kids,
Yeah,
and so it's like they were never really meant to be
yeah,
because Tabitha is really tied to Jade.
yeah, yeah. And that's the sad part. What do you think happened with Julie? Do you think she tried to go back in that stupid tunnel? And Gold Glitter said, "Great episode. I wanted it to be longer." Do you think that that's how she got caught by the man in yellow? That she went down back, tried to go back in that thing. Larissa said, "I feel so bad for Julie." Yeah. What do you think? You think she went try to go back down there, Derek?
I think so because she was talking to her brother, and he
Yeah.
told her, "You're a story walker.
Yeah.
You can go back and visit the story, but you can't change it."
Tuh.
And obviously, she didn't listen.
I'm telling you, and those Matthews kids love just running off. You know what I'm saying? Meg says sounds crazy, but is Martin slash Jade. Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah,
And then look, Sasha said, I thought y'all was going to bed. I was going to bed. I watched the episode and was like, yo, I got to get on here because I know everybody else wanted to get up and just talk about it. Leave a comment below, guys. What are your thoughts on the episode? What was your favorite part? What part just you couldn't believe? You know, that part when Sarah went down there, man, and straight up stabbed him up with that thing. That was crazy. Do y'all think Elgin's going to survive that? Because that looked like Sarah did some very significant damage to him. They showed it so quick, but it looked like she stabbed him in the eye and stuff. Like, do y'all? I don't know if Elgin could come back from that. What do y'all think?
yeah, I think he survived because when they came in the room, he was still breathing.
Yeah, that mess was crazy. Elizabeth said, "I'm glad you did. I was freaking out." Yeah, yeah, folks. Like, I mean, this episode, I just finished it now. Holy cow! She said, "Man,
Yeah, but,
it's crazy."
but you know what? I knew Elder was going to get jacked up. I thought it was going to be
Mm,
boy's son that would
yeah,
jack him up. I said somebody's going to jack him up.
yeah.
But then they came to brought Sarah to the party.
Man, I'm telling you. How do y'all think the town is going to accept Elgin now if he survives? How is the town going to accept? Leave it in the comment section. How is the town going to accept Donna and Boyd now, and then also Elgin and Sarah? How do y'all think the town is going to accept them? Leanne said, "I'm glad you're here. I needed to talk about this one." Oh, shit, you and everybody else. My God, Sasha C. I think Elgin will survive, but mentally he will never be the same. How can you be? How can you be? Crystal said he ain't see that in his dream. Jasper, was that a good one? Jasper said it was a good one. He said it was a good one. He said he didn't see that in his dream. And then Gogler said probably kill him off in the next season. Yeah, yeah, very possible. Proc said got to watch the ending again, but was Julie's hair shorter than the man in yellow when the man, to me, when I first saw that Julie, that didn't look like the normal Julie. It didn't.
No, she was
It
different.
she looked different. Her hair looked darker. It looked shorter. She looked paler too. And I'm wondering if how do you explain that? Did the music cause something to happen? Did it open some type of portal? And another Julie from a different timeline came in because her face was scratched up. And did the man in yellow scratch her, or was it a monster? Because I see. I'm gonna have to rewind that back. Because did she say they? Did she say they are coming? Is that what she said when she came? I'm trying to find it in the episode. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. Because it felt like. Let me see. I'm about to play this right now for a little bit. Hold on, y'all. Play a little bit of it for y'all. Here we go. See what she says. Julie! Yes! I'm over here! Over here!
to you.
Dude, you need to listen to me. It's not safe. I think this is what had happened.
Okay, slow down.
No, listen to me. I need to change the story, Dad, please.
That was a hell of a song.
Mm, mm.
That Jade sure can play.
Bro, that mess was creepy as hell. It reminded me. It reminded me of Lost a little bit though. Did anybody get Lost vibes when he came? When he came walking over talking about that just that whole scene. Meg Allen said Sarah stood on business. Sorry, I loved it. She did. Sarah stood on business. Sasha C, I love the episode, but I wish we saw Boyd make it out of the cave. Yeah, I'm curious to see, how does he get out that cave and what happens. Go Glitter says, yes, Julie
Yep,
hair was
I
darker and
agree.
shorter.
Yeah, because
Go ahead.
Julie looked completely different.
Yep.
Her hair was shorter.
Yep. She said it was
So I
dark.
wonder if Jim is really going to get killed. If that was some kind of vision.
I That's a good question. I feel like he really is going to die because I think that that's what sets the stage for Tabitha and Jay to do what they do, maybe. To have a relationship. Sasha C, the town will definitely divide now. Hell yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a division too. It's gonna be crazy. Stephen said Julie saw her dad's death. Mm,
Mm.
Explain more, Stephen, what you mean when you say that. Larissa says Sarah went to the baddie to hero mode. Sarah went from baddie to hero mode. Yeah, Sarah, man, we said it. Sarah was gonna. We thought that Sarah would sacrifice, like, and die or something to save someone, because we just felt like she wanted to redeem what she did. And I thought it was amazing when she said, "I'm not gonna let." Basically, she said, "I'm not gonna let Boyd compromise himself any further or anymore. I'm going to take the blunt of this." And she took care of business, which was absolutely crazy. I'm behind on my TV, but you might be right about the simulation and possible prisoner rehabilitation, because if you think each one of them could have been convinced of something, for example. Yeah, like something ain't right, like, because a lot of people think it's like folklore and stuff like that, and it could be, but this constant, like, this whole thing where it's a game and you have to come, you didn't do it right, then you have like these characters coming in, um like, something about it. I'm telling you, like, if you guys haven't seen Shutter Island, watch that movie Shutter Island, because I feel like it's something like that, but on a virtual reality level. Like, that's like, I'm really feeling that. Elizabeth Kitty says, was Tabitha saying she and Jay were the parents of the little girl together or separately? Also, was Elgin tricked like everyone else, or was there a void and Smiley needed to come back? I'm like, damn. Yeah, great question. What do you think, Derek?
Yeah, I think Elgin was tricked because when Sarah was talking to him, she was trying to let him understand there is nothing good here. What you're hearing is not here to help you.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, and it's like the town seems to prey on specific people that it needs them to do these things with. Guys, if you're watching, please like the video real quick. Take 1 second and like the video really quick. Go ahead and like the video really quick. Yeah, I mean, that's, man, I that's going to be some crazy stuff right there, man. I just can't believe what we saw. Let's see with a couple more comments. Tracy said we have to wait a year and a half. I know. Sasha C, are they trying to imply that Julie is from the future and Jim is in present time? That's possible, because that was not the Julie we know. That was not that plan of the music did more than just bring those Akui children. I think the plan of that music could have done some huge larger implications that we don't see. It may be some more stuff going on in the thing as well. And it's funny how all the monsters were lined up down there and ready for the child to be down there. It seems like they're accustomed to this happening. The monster, coming back. And it takes me back to, do you remember when Smiley got killed initially? How none of the monsters seemed surprised. We said that in our video. When Smiley got killed and Boyd killed him, the monsters, they leaned over and looked at Smiley and they all turned around and walked away, as if this was not anything new, like they've seen this before. Dawn, she says the finale had me shook. I swear, my mouth is wide open for what seemed like hours, and then I finally screamed. I know, right? Like the episode got me on over here on live. Like I was supposed to be in the bed, y'all. I'm supposed to be in the bed, but the episode got me over here on live, y'all. And then Elizabeth Kitty says she came from the future trying to go back in time to save her dad. Wow. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So she may have tried to do that because she had been saying, what if you could go back and change a lot of different things? And she may have tried to go back to save her dad. I like that. That's a good idea. Like Ethan said, Julie is a story walker. Interesting. Leanne says, I think this is when it happens. I need to change the story, Dad. Wow. Referring to maybe his death, maybe. Victoria, yeah, looks like a day walker. Yeah, like the man in yellow. He's the version that could walk around in the daytime. Or maybe can all the monsters walk around in the daytime, but they playing fucking games with us. They playing by the rules. Like video games have rules. You gotta have the rules, right? One monster gets killed, another one gotta come back. That sounds like a rule to me. House of Cece, who is Victor's mom and who did he bury? And then like he was talking about his sister, talking about I think it was her. She was so torn up. Interesting. Stefan says, yes, Julie saw her dad's death. Very possible. Sasha C, I'm curious if Thomas was sacrificed in the past life.
Mm. And that's why he keeps making those phone calls.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's maybe why on the thing he was like, they're not your kids anymore.
There's something I'm not happy about. I'm reading that they're not going to start production until next year with a release date in 2026.
Yeah. But we're at the very tail end of, the year we're in. So 2026 is not super unrealistic that they wouldn't drop it to then. But then you also got to think too, From is not trying to compete like for example, House of the Dragon, their show should have came out sooner, but of course House of the Dragon was playing. And nobody's going to try to go up against House of the Dragon. And then next summer or whatever, Duncan and Egg is about to drop. So they probably not about to try to do that either. So I think it's going to be about a year and a half, which is typical. But I think they ended on a good note that's going to have people curious. They definitely ended well. Stefan said maybe she went back to the ruins and saw a vision of her dad dying and tried to stop it. Very possible. Victoria says yes, they were completely indifferent when Boyd killed Smiley. Yes, it was like they had seen it before. They had seen it. Crystal says the monsters did sacrifice their kids for eternal life, but maybe the guy in yellow was the one to grant it. Very possible. Stefan says, a little bit kitty. I took it that Tabitha and Jay shared a daughter. In regards to her question. And then Elizabeth said, you made me laugh when you said the monsters might be playing games with us. That is very plausible for real. The monsters are trolls like the jukebox. Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's kind of like the Matrix, right? Do you remember how they said in the movie The Matrix how when they created the first Matrix, they made it a utopia, and they said that the humans rejected the utopia. They rejected that everything was perfect, so then they had to create a new system where life was hard and shit, where some people couldn't pay their bills, where it was a hard life for some people and not for others. Because and it makes me wonder, are we seeing something similar? You know what I'm saying? Like seeing something. You may let's get a couple more in there. Let's see. Sarah is a stone cold killer. That was a crazy episode. I think playing the music allowed the monsters to come out in the daylight because Julie said you have to get the town something is happening and it is daylight. Yeah. Yeah.
I had to go back and replay that. I don't remember that being said.
Yeah, like I said, we literally just finished watching and jumped on here. So we're definitely gonna watch it again in the morning, and we're gonna do our more thorough video that we always do. But I was just inspired. I had to get on this thing. Lamont says y'all just got done watching it, and boys, it's pretty good, especially towards the end. It sure is. Sasha, Ethan warned Julie, and she clearly messed something up. Yeah, she might have messed it up more than what it is now, because that might have been why that man in yellow came, because he's like, okay, you breaking too many damn rules. They already said, like, they already mentioned something like that about like rules and stuff, and then he came out like, nah, you breaking too many rules. You know what I'm saying? Lamont said, I can't believe that Dan Smiley is reincarnated. Oh, hell no. Smiley is back in the house, boy. Sarah took a bad cop to a whole new level, bro. Like, I'm telling you, Sarah acting like she worked for the CIA or some shit, like whatever that agency is to be torturing people and stuff. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Such an interesting episode. We getting ready to get off here in a few moments. Real quick, just throw it in the chat, guys. What was your favorite moment? Throw it in the chat real quick, because I'm not gonna be here too late. You know, we gotta go to bed and then get up in the morning so I can watch it again and put together a more, you know how we do our first video of the week when we drop our videos. You know, we be holding it down. So craziest moment, guys. What was your craziest moment of the show? What was your craziest moment? Don't forget to like the video while you're typing your craziest moment down of this particular episode. Craziest moment. Let's see. Got a comment in there. Let's see. They don't come out. Oh, okay. I already had that one. So, plus, Julie had 3 slashes on her face. I think the town is resetting and everyone is getting killed. Next season will probably be a reincarnation of a new group. Mm. And if they do that, Karen, are you thinking that they're gonna even get rid of Boyd too, being that he's like such a main character? Victoria says Sarah getting results was my fave moment. Man, did she not get those damn results? Oh my goodness. Crystal Josh said the whole damn episode was a crazy moment. Man, like, golly, man. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to sleep. I'm gonna be sitting over here thinking about Smiley and shit. You know what I'm saying? Karen said Sarah with Elgin for sure. And then somebody said, Meg Allen said, worst moment, Smiley's butt. Was it worse than Mike Tyson's butt the other night at the fight? I couldn't believe Mike Tyson walked around like that. He turned around. I said, damn, Mike ain't playing no games, man. Annoyed said Sarah was a real MVP and none of the characters will give her credit she deserves. Nah, she won't ever get that credit. Karen says, I think they will keep Boyd. He may be the new Martin. Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Boyd's not going anywhere. He's the executive producer of the show now.
Yeah. Yeah. You was telling me that. Lamont said, Meg, you ain't lying. Montague said Sarah got real surgical with them tools. My goodness. Ali said probably the best episode till now. Yes. Elizabeth, the MIY was crazy killing of Jim. Oh man. Yeah, Jim is gone. Meg, oh no. And then Elizabeth says, so my husband said that they are probably a few people that are part of the reincarnation crew, who are the parents of those kids. Yeah. Yeah. Man, what an episode, guys. Well, we're getting ready to get on off of here, man, because it's pretty late over here on my side of town. It's almost 3 in the morning. But I just had to get on here. Derek, thank you so much for being a trooper. Y'all thank Derek for being a trooper and joining us today. Show him some love in the chat. Say thanks, Derek. Tell him thank you. Sarah did what she needed to be done. She sure did. She sure did. And guys, don't forget to like the video real quick. If you haven't, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us because we're going to continue to do some more stuff. We'll be doing Earth Abides, Silo, and check out some of our movie reviews. We just reviewed Wicked, man, and we will also be doing our review of Gladiator as well that we saw the other day at an early screening. And then Karen says, yes, also Martin was a Marine, so maybe so. Maybe so. You guys may be right. The creatures were the original townspeople that made some sort of deal with the entity. Yep, we think so too. Thanks, Derek. They showing you some love. Larissa saying waving by. Vanessa said thanks, Derek. They show you some love. Thanks for having a chat. Love the channel. Karen said, thank you guys so much. Really enjoyed you guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and let it end, man. And on that note, our watch has ended. Derek, thanks so much for joining us. Y'all have a good evening. Look forward to our video tomorrow where we break it down even more. Y'all take care now. Peace.